So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what message would you like to give to young men and women
I think
around the world?
my message to the young women and men around the world is, please, you must work hard. The sky is not the limit, and you must never give up and be determined, be focused. You can achieve your goals and you can make it. I grew up in a rural community, but I managed to travel around the globe despite all that. So my message is very clear. You have to be determined, be focused, be resilient, and you can overcome anything. I did that and you can still do that. That's my message.
So what do you think was driving you at a very young age? I mean, they were probably children, when you were still going to elementary school and middle school and, that weren't interested in school. Am I right? There were many.
Yeah, so I think the main drive, like my hero was my grandmother. My grandmother was not educated because at the time that she was born, women here were not did not have the right to education. But fortunately enough, she was born. Yeah, her father was the chief, so she had that wisdom, and she encouraged me to work hard and to never give up. I think because she now wanted like her own children, my mother and her brothers and sisters, they got the opportunity to go to school, and she always encouraged me to work hard. And she pushed me so much to work hard because I would always stay with her. And she was more, she was also like a Christian. She would go to church and she would encourage me to pray when things are hard. So I can say that she was my hero. She encouraged me so much, and she always told me to never give up, and she would always tell me to always push and work hard. So my grandmother was my hero, and she encouraged me to work hard every time. She would, I think she's the one who contributed to the strong person that I am today, and it was all because of her.
So thank you. It's such a delightful story. It moves me very much. It's
Yeah.
very touching. So, what do you want to see for animals around the world, Yvonne? What's your drive? What do you want to see happen in terms of animal protection?
I want to see better animal protection laws. I want to see good animal welfare laws. I want to see good animal policies. I want the animals to be protected. I want the world to help reduce the suffering of animals by opting to uh, resort to plant-based meat, plant-based alternatives, meat alternatives, so that we reduce the suffering of farmed animals. That's why I'm promoting and supporting farmers to move from animal agriculture to plant-based agriculture, because I want to create a sustainable and nourished climate friendly
Mm,
environment. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I'm vegan because I can't handle the suffering of animals. It bothers me to, you know. And I think that came from when I was growing up on the prairies of Canada. I would watch my grandfather chop the head off of a chicken, and then the chicken would
Oh.
jump around the yard with blood spewing out, and it grossed me out. And then when they were butchering the pigs at a very young age, I knew that I couldn't handle, why were they killing these beautiful beings? Or like, what for when we can eat plants? We have gardens
Mm-hmm.
full of vegetables and that are far more nutritious even than
Mm-hmm.
eating animal meat. And so, what do you think? What would you like to see leaders around the world do? Because it's the leaders. For example, I know in Zimbabwe, they probably still have poachers, right?
Yes. Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
still have poachers who kill like the elephants. They kill them for their tusk and for their ivory. They also kill rhinoceroses for their horns. They also kill pangolins for their scales. So I want the leaders at least to help us protect these wild animals, of which they are already doing that because we have policies to protect these wild animals. So at least they are doing a good job of ensuring that the wild animals are protected and trying to curb poaching, though poaching is more like a transnational organized crime. Sometimes the people who poaches these animals are not even Zimbabweans, but they are international syndicates who are organized criminals. So yeah, on that, at least we have wildlife laws that are protecting these animals, but we continue educating communities about the value and the importance of wildlife so that they know that we need to preserve the wild animals for the present and future generations so that they will be able to see those animals alive and see and appreciate the intrinsic value of these animals.
And also in my opinion, to appreciate the intelligence of these animals. You know, as I opened, like this elephant was peeling a banana with its trunk faster than a human could. I mean, I watched it.
Yeah.
You know, they're so smart, and and how animals look after their families. You know, we can learn a lot from these animals, and they deserve to live with their families and not be killed ruthlessly by human beings. Tell me, is there a country in the world that is the best country for animal protection that you know of?
Yeah, I think for now I can say the European Union is like they have like better animal policies in the world, and we are still trying to copy some of their policies that they have. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good to know. European Union, so we should look them up and
yes,
try and I know in Raj's country in India, we interviewed the Honorable Maneka Gandhi, who started the People for Animals sanctuaries, the largest set of sanctuaries in the country, and maybe even the world, I don't know. And she's been working very hard for years to bring in animal laws. And the first book I saw that she produced was this thick. And
okay.
you know, it's amazing. If you've never met her, it would be really good for the two of you to connect. She's a former minister of women and children, a former minister of animal agriculture, and so on. She's done a lot for India, and I'm sure there are people all around the world who also have done a lot of great things. And I take my hat off to all of you and congratulate you and thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you're doing for animal people worldwide. So, Raj, any questions? I've been dominating the conversation here. Any questions or thoughts from you?
I love to listen to both of you.
Oh, yeah.
So, my question is very normal. When and why, when you are in college and after college, that is very precious and tough time for everyone for choosing your career. So, what energy and killer instinct you get your inside to do this special? Because that why I'm asking this question, because you said your past was very hard because poverty, not sufficient fund for education and other things. So I have seen in my society also, I found the people who are running from basic facilities, infrastructure, money problem, finance. So mostly I have seen very rare people. They are looking for society. First, they are looking for only money, power. They want big house, big luxury life. They have dream. They very rare people who have dream for others. If I'm coming from very tough background, for example, people who are rich, yeah, people who are very strong family, so they are thinking for other prospect. Oh, I want to do for cat. I want to do for this. I have seen some women's and men's in my like they are risk they are doing. Oh, I want to do for animals. I want to do for that. So your story is very strong and courageful. So what is the main point? I'm really curious for this.
What was driving you, in other words, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What drove you to do animal advocacy?
Why
Okay,
you
it
are
was
not
my
thinking for, I'm interrupting. Why you are not thinking for your money and power?
Exactly.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so what drove me to help animals is because, like what I said, that Zimbabwe has the second largest populations of elephants in the world. We also uh, used to have like a lot of poaching cases, a lot of wildlife crime cases. So as I was prosecuting some of those cases and animal cruelty cases, I realized that we still need to develop some laws that to protect animals. So that's why I chose to do like animal advocates work and help protect animals, because by the time that I did my master's, I was the third Zimbabwean student to do that. So there are very few animal lawyers in Zimbabwe. So I said to myself, no, this is a new field and this is a field that is developing, and I need to contribute and help save the animals. And also, as I was growing up in the rural areas, I grew up in a community where I used to see donkeys. They are working animals, and at times they were overworked and they would suffer. They would go to plant in the fields, and sometimes they would not get enough rest. And I always said to myself, one day, maybe if I get a chance, I would want to hold these animal abusers accountable. So as I was now a prosecutor, like prosecuting animal cruelty, that was my chance to do that. And when I realized I can still advance my knowledge in animal law, that is what drove me like to do like my animal advocate. So it was more of passion and dedication to animal protection. That's why I chose animal advocates. So I realized that there's still a lot that needs to be done. People like here in Zimbabwe, they don't know about these animal protection laws. They don't know about animal welfare standards. So we need to educate, we need to raise awareness. So there are very few people who are doing that. So I said, okay, I need to be the voice of the voiceless. I need to take part in this, because there are so many lawyers who are advocating for human rights and also environmental law, but there are very few people who are advocating for animal protection. So that's why I took it upon myself to do that. So it was more because of passion. Yeah.
Amazing.
Nothing more. Yeah.
Thank you, Yvonne, for being here with us today. God bless you. And if you could move your camera up so we could see the elephant picture, that would just be great. Yeah.
Wow.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, so much.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here with us today. God bless you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybach music. Can anybody out there, yeah?